All aboard. Greetings, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Volunteer Channel TV. I want to thank those who are subscribed to my channel. I want to say thank you. May God continue to bless you, whatever you do in life. And if this is your first time coming to my channel, please click that red subscribe button and the bell icon on the side so that anytime I drop a video, it will come straight to you. Please continue to pray for Mazim Nnamdi Kanu and the lawyers. Continue to pray for them. Every person in Biafra land is valuable. Every person. Pray for those who are going through a lot of mayhem that's happening in Biafra land. Pray for them. I want to show you a tape from Benue State. And those people, my heart bleeds for them because they've gone through a lot. They bear the brunt of what Fulani has been doing. I mean, they've been killed and killed and killed. My heart bleeds for them. I want to show you the IDP camps that's in Benue State. And this thing, if care is not taken, is going to spill over to Biafra land. And that's not what we want. So we have to support the ESN. We have to. We don't have a choice. We have to support ESN so that this thing will not spill over to Biafra land. And this is the time we need to stand up and say no to Fulani. We need to stand up and say no to those marauders. We need to stand up and say no to Buhari and his evil deeds. We need to continue this sit at home. We need to continue this sit at home for Mazin Nnamdi Kanu's release unconditionally. We need to continue doing that. It is working. If you say it's not working, you're a liar. It is working. I mean, we need to even gear it up, have other days included. You know, we got only one day now. It may reach to a point where we'll have 2 days in a week, or even 3 days, or even a whole week, if need be. But we need Mazin Nnamdi Kanu release unconditionally. We're going to continue praying for the lawyers and pray for Mazin Nnamdi Kanu too. I'm going to show you these IDP camps in Benue. When I first saw it, I shed tears. This thing is not in Biafra land. But if we don't stand up to the Fulanis, if we don't stand up, it's going to spill over. It's going to spill over. I want you to watch this tape and tell me if you are one of them. How would you feel? Go to my comment section and write me a line or two. Now watch the tape.
can go inside further if you want. Have to chase you with concepts. How about you? So, just to prepare. Can you tell them?
Em mong này em bà này bắt tỏ các photo đã photo lúc tỏ nên là
We don't need to talk to anyone. Every few days. So we track water. It's not borehole. Because the ground is dry. We try to dig so deep.
the health condition is not proper because people are not well fed. The facilities in going to toilet and whatever is not fine. But we thank Doctors Without Border. They are giving us helping hand, like water situation. They are planning for our toilets. Very soon, everything will come to an end. The feeding is very poor, as I said. Very, very poor. We have reached a time that people don't feed even once in a day. Children are crying.
What about the hygienic condition here?
Hygienic condition, we thank so many organizations. There was a time people were almost sick. Everybody was sick. They intervened in vaccination and treatment from Doctors Without Border. Everything has improved. We don't need anything more than feeding, because nobody live here so that they will come and give me money. You have to survive first before you think of other things. If the war has finished, everybody will go back to his place. Nobody wants to live here. We don't expect bigger things more than feeding. We actually want feeding because mom must eat.
So basically, after we did an assessment in Otese around May, we actually identified several gaps, and amongst those, we decided to intervene in those which are within our scope of activities. So one of the major gaps that we found out was those which are related to water and sanitation, as well as those which are related to health. So there was a huge gap in terms of provision of basic health. So our interventions were then focused on water provision. So we have just started providing water through the tracking, and we have also started to construct latrines and showers as a way of reducing those morbidities which are as a result of poor water and conditions. And then we are also focusing on providing basic health care, because with basic health care, of course, it sounds basic, but it also plays a very huge role in reducing the burden of the primary, of the secondary and the tertiary levels of health. And in general, so far, we are seeing a lot of malarial cases, which are as a result of poor shelter, and also it's now the season for malaria. So obviously, as of now, actually malaria is the highest morbidity in general. But in terms of the under 5, actually the highest morbidity is lower respiratory tract infection, which we also think is also related to the deplorable living conditions that the IDPs are exposed to. And for now, we are also in the process of ensuring that we drill borehole, because the IDP population is rapidly growing, and for that reason, we are also looking into a more sustainable way of providing water. So we are also going to be drilling boreholes. Unfortunately, our first attempt was not successful, but we are still continuing to see if we can get water, because that is a more sustainable way of ensuring that the IDP population will get safe drinking water.
We provide sexual gender-based violence also to our survivors. Now, sexual gender-based violence, we majorly provide medical care to the survivors and psychosocial, mental health and psychosocial support. Now, the medical care we provide is to one, prevent unwanted pregnancy, and prevent sexually transmitted infections, including HIV, and to treat any form of injuries that are sustained as a result of rape, because it is not only rape that we see, also in cases of intimate partner violence and other form of gender-based violence are seen. And for these cases, right from inception in June 2020, we have seen up to 210 sexual gender-based violence. That is like an average of 16 to 20 per month. This is enormous, and it shows that mind you, before we came up with we started this program, we did a survey, and from the survey we saw that the burden of sexual violence is very high and there are several gaps that are not being filled. So we started this program providing medical and mental health and social support.
We never envisaged that we'll have 500 IDPs and then it will rise to over 1.5 million. And we're still counting. As at last week, there were still attacks. 2 weeks ago, we had a month ago, it has continued. And these Fulani bandits have continued to kill our people, and even those who attempted to go back to their villages were killed. And so the challenge is we keep having this IDP. So with all the efforts and with the financial challenges, funding challenges that we have, it has become extremely difficult to say that you satisfy the needs of these people. Well, every month, the local government, the state, we're trying to provide food. I think by next week we should be providing some level of relief and food materials to this camp, and even non-food materials. As I talk to you currently, my wife is launching a program to provide health services to the IDPs. It's launched today and it's going to go around all the camps, even the unofficial camps. We're still attending to them because they are Benue people who cannot.
Well, you have seen it. It is not easy. People are suffering. People are dying. I don't know what Buhari wants to do. If you don't know that this man wants to Islamize Nigeria, where you become slave in your own father's land, I mean forever, you will become slaves. And they're going to treat you worse than those people in the north because you're a Christian. They're going to have to convert you, or maybe you have to go on exile and never to come back to Nigeria again, never to come back to your father's land again. So, my people, this is the time we need to stand up to this Fulani. We need to stand up to Buhari. We need to stand up to him. This is where I'm going to leave it till next week. Please take care of yourself. There's COVID in town, man. Please, you know the drill. Prostate is in town. So take care of yourself. I'm going to be praying for you. You pray for me too. Till I come to you next week, take care of yourself. And God bless. Goodbye.